الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه ومن دعا بدعوته وسار على أيدي يوم الدين. The status quo of the Muslims today, either we can easily look and blame someone else. Majority of the humans are obsessed with this material life. Read in Al-Quran, from Al-Fatiha to Qul A'udhu Rabbin Nas. You will find, and this is the most puzzling question that I always ask myself, why the majority of the human beings, with all the evidences, with all the proofs, with the weakness that the human being is living on a daily basis, why they chose to go to hell. And even more puzzling is how in our daily life we experience, whether we know or we hear, a criminal who was convicted, spent years in jail, then he is being released, the same day he gets out, commits the same crime, back to the jail. This episode or this story or this event is exactly what Allah says on the day of judgment. People are in hell, they are screaming in hell, appealing to die, yet they say to Allah, give us a second chance. Allah says, وَلَوْ رُدُّوا لَعَادُوا لِمَا نُهُوا عَنْهُ. If I give you a second chance, you will go out, go commit shirk, and come back to hell. This is the most puzzling question that we need to ask ourselves. Why humans want to go to hell? Why they steal? Why they corrupt? When you know you are going to die, your life is limited. You see the tyrants, they are living in hell, although they are claiming that they live a good life. They are liars. Because if Allah says, وَمَنْ أَصْدَقُ مِنَ اللَّهِ قِيلًا, Allah says, وَمَنْ أَعْرَضَ عَنْ ذِكْرِي فَإِنَّ لَهُ مَعِيشَةً ضَنْكًا. Anyone who chose a life other than what Allah said is living in misery, even if he claims or he smiles. Because no one tells the truth but Allah. It is not costly for Muslims to reconcile with Allah. Because Allah says, إِنَّ اللَّهَ يَهْدِي مَن يَشَاءُ. You know, the door is open. Allah says, you want? Come. You don't want? I'll leave you. Even the prophets themselves were appealing to the people. Study the history of all 25 prophets. What they want? They're not money, they're not prestige, they want anything from people. All what they say. In uridu illa al-islah. All what I want is to save you from hell. I know hell, you don't know it. How you can imagine, you know, now it is 80 degrees, tomorrow 100 degrees, people will be screaming. If the air condition goes off, people are going to be like, as if they are in hell. Hell is, what is hell? Allah says about لا يموت فيها ولا يحيا وهم يصطرخون فيها. They are in hell, they are screaming days and nights, they are beating days and nights, and they cannot die. For what? For food that you can fill your stomach? Everything in this life is based on this is the right way, this is the wrong way. Red light, stop. Red versus green. Allah created man. Allah doesn't need us. Remember this. Allah was with no creation. No throne, no chair, no humans, no jinn, no angels, no cosmos. He was and he is and he will be. He is not in need. If Allah wants, in one fraction of a second, Allah can eliminate all the humans, all the universe, and he will be the way he is. And that's why وَإِنَّ لَا جَعَلُونَ مَا عَلَيْهَا صَعِيدًا جُرُزًا. One day, people will wake up, no mountains, no hills, no oceans, nothing. Allah is not in need of us. If Allah wants, Allah will eliminate all of us. But Allah, although He is not in need, He is telling us, يا عبادي الذين أسرفوا على أنفسهم لا تقنطوا من رحمة الله. Don't despair. You have an enemy. Enemy is having nothing. You know, look how Allah is great, how Allah is merciful. When Shaitan said, لآتينهم من بين أيديهم وعن شمائلهم, right? Allah did not allow him to come from up or under, because Allah is up. Down, wasjud waqtarib. If you have sujood, he has nothing to do with you. The other thing, why Allah did not allow him to say لأقعدن لهم على صراطك المستقيم? Because if he is on the sirat, none of us will be making it. He said لأقعدن لهم صراطك المستقيم. He is, when you come to the masjid, he will come to steal from you. He is not going to be busy in the nightclub. They gave him free allegiance. But when you want to reconcile, you want to stand up, you are tired, sit down. You want to give $100, give 50. He's not going to tell you don't give, because he knows you are not going to respond to him, but he wants to minimize. And that's why Allah said, إِنَّ الشَّيْطَانَ لَكُمْ عَدُوٌّ فَاتَّخِذُوهُ عَدُوًّا. He is your enemy. He will never give you good advice, and he will never tell you don't do the good. No. He will tell you don't do the good, or he will sugarcoat it. And that's why Allah says, زَيَّنَ لَهُمُ الشَّيْطَانُ أَعْمَالَهُم. Zayyana means he will be sugarcoating things to you in a way that he knows you very well that you're going to accept it. And that's why when Allah says, وَمَنْ أَعْرَضَ عَنْ ذِكْرِي, the same thing, وَمَنْ يَعْشُ عَنْ ذِكْرِ الرَّحْمَنِ. وَمَنْ أَعْرَضَ means, you know, sometimes you are talking to Muslims, it could be your own family. You say, why don't you change the subject? Everything is Allah, everything is the Rasul. But talk business, 10 hours, they will not say, stop it. That's why Allah says, وَمَنْ يَعْشُ عَنْ ذِكْرِ الرَّحْمَنِ. Ya'shu is not a'ma, means the minute you try to forget about Allah. نُقَيِّد لَهُ شَيْطَانًا. نُقَيِّد, as if he's chained with shaitan. And the most horrible scene for a human being to be controlled by shaitan, you have two words in the Quran, never repeated. One is, استحوذ عليهم الشيطان. The other one, لأحتنكن ذريته. This is when shaitan is riding on a human, like a human riding on a mule or a horse. Then he is in a total control. And that's why we need to connect ourselves with Allah 24 hours. Then shaitan will try and he will fail. And this will be a continuous struggle until وَعْبُدْ رَبَّكَ حَتَّى يَأْتِيَكَ الْيَقِينَ. When you are pronounced it, the last thing you will say, أَشْهَدُ أَنْ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا أَشْهَدُ أَنَّ مُحَمَّدٌ رَسُولُ اللَّهِ. He is going to fail. And this is exactly what he fooled Fir'aun. And he is fooling Fir'auns like him every single day. Fir'aun is not a name. Fir'aun is a phenomenon of a tyrant. And that's why when you read in Quran and you read today of the status quo of the Muslims, and you ask yourselves, why Muslims are like this today? Well, read Al-Quran, Allah gives you the answer. We are the ones who are blaming ourselves. No, we are the ones who caused this upon ourselves, because when he said about Fir'aun, فَاسْتَخَفَّ قَوْمَهُ, he told them, I am God. They said yes. I am Rabb. He said yes. I do tell you what to say, what to think, what to eat, what to drink. They said yes, sir. He said, Allah said, فَاسْتَخَفَّ قَوْمَهُ فَأَطَاعُوهُ. Why? إِنَّهُمْ كَانُوا قَوْمًا فَاسِقِينَ. It doesn't mean that the Egyptians at the time were the only fasiqeen. You have many Muslims who are fasiqeen today. Otherwise, why Muslims are trading nations at the destiny and not in their own destiny? Look at what is happening. Muslims are killing in the name of Islam. They are stealing in the name of Islam. They are corrupting in the name of Islam. And then the only one who is happy is their enemies and shaitan. We ask Allah to make us among those who wake up before it is too late, and we ask us to open our hearts so that we be among those who said Ibrahim alayhi salam, وَلَا تُخْزِنِي يَوْمَ يُبْعَثُونَ. يوم لا ينفع مال ولا بنون إلا من أتى الله بقلب سليم. On the day of judgment, don't be among those who will say, ما أغنى عني مالية هلك عني سلطانية. Your money, your wealth, your power on the day of judgment will be either for you or against you. اللهم اهدنا فيمن هديت تولنا فيمن توليت وعافنا فيمن عافيت. Allah, make us among those that their hearts are open to pour your love, your fear, your taqwa in them, and let us be honest with ourselves that we know that we are the ones who should be blamed, but since you open your mercy for us, make us among those who are coming to you by asking ربنا اغفر لنا ذنوبنا وكفر عنا سيئاتنا وتوفنا مع الأبرار وأقم الصلاة.